Hey guys, it's your girl Brown's Magic, whatever. I just got back from the fucking theater and oh my god. I really don't even know if I want to be doing this, bro. Like, I have never left the theater feeling this way before. Now, I know by all means that this was going to be an emotional movie because of the context of what happened, right? So, first of all, the plot needed Shuri to be isolated, right? The plot needed for Shuri to be isolated. T'Challa died because Chadwick Boseman died in real life, right? And that was just the beginning of the end of the emotional, composure that you're allowed to have during this movie. That's the beginning of the end. Now, I'm sorry, this isn't going to be some organized, point by point express thing. I really am just on here to rant for a minute and get the fuck out of here because I don't even know. I cannot wait to watch FD Signifier's video about this movie. I cannot wait to watch all the Marvel haters, whatever. But one thing I do want to say is don't even dare fix your fucking lips to say this is some whatever bullshit, right? This isn't like, they're trying to be woke by making everything she, her, right? No, fuck you. This is, from what I understand, this is canon by the fucking comics. This is canon by comics, right? And we do have this real life fucking tragedy of Chadwick Boseman's passing in real life. So this isn't the fucking she-verse, she-her, universe, she-herville, whatever the fuck people are saying to say, oh yeah, Marvel's trying to be too woke, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this movie, because I don't know if you guys have seen my last video or not, I was like, this is Marvel's last chance to make a good movie. And this movie was good in the sense that it did not do all the bullshit we've known Marvel movies to do for the past Phase 4, right? It didn't have corny jokes. The jokes landed. They were pretty funny. They were in, moments where jokes are appropriate, right? We didn't get any fucking ha-ha, kiki, hee-hee while, the queen died or while T'Challa's funeral or whatever, right? We didn't get that. So I do want to say I appreciate it being a good enough movie to not fall short right there where it mattered. Now, watching this movie, we are watching through the eyes of Wakanda, right? That is who we go through this movie basically as. We see the world through the Wakandans in this movie. So we're emoting with them. We're on their side. We're experiencing their emotions. We're viewing the movie through their perspective. Why am I leaving the theater feeling like shit? I don't feel good. And I know that's fucking cheesy or corny or whatever to say, but I don't fucking feel good. And now I know with the subject matter, with the context, oh yes, Chadwick, unfortunately passed and he was so great in there's such powerful moments. I want to say the first 10 minutes of the movie are some of the most powerful cinema I've ever seen. Ever. And when the whole mural of Chadwick Boseman is in the Marvel letters, that whole sequence was fucking beautiful. If only the movie ended there. I'm just kidding, but come the fuck on. We're viewing the movie through Shuri's eyes, basically. We are her. If this is Sims, Shuri is our character. And what happens in this fucking movie does not feel good. And it tries to end on this positive note. Oh, look, now there's an alliance. Oh, look, I guess T'Challa had a son that no one knew about. Oh, look, and it's cool, it's fine, that stuff is good, nice, on paper. But I watched the fucking movie, right? And I see that here is this guy who has been done wrong, right? There's people trying to find the vibranium in the underwater kingdom or whatever. When he went back to his homeland, his ancestors were enslaved, right? There's a lot fucking going on here. There's a lot of traumatic shit that happened to this person, right? And his backstory is why you're supposed to feel for him, right? Which I do. I do empathize with him. He is human. You know, they did humanize him. But at the same time, this is a character who is so recklessly evil, in my opinion. This motherfucker came to Wakanda and killed the goddamn queen. First of all, he infiltrates Wakanda, right? And he's like, yeah, so either you guys help us put an end to this, or we're gonna fucking flatten you guys out. We're gonna wipe you off the map. Which is not a choice, by the way. It's not a fucking choice. That's the illusion of free will. Do this thing for me or I'll kill you. That's not a choice, right? That's not a choice because, of course, you want to live. That's not like, oh, red or blue. That's fucking do this or die. Oh my god, this movie just made me so fucking mad. I can't even really wrap my head around it. Other than the fact that we're viewing this fucking movie through the eyes of Shuri, and we already have the loss of T'Challa, right? And it was interesting to see an actress emote for an actual real life passing, and then for a fictional passing, right? For the Queen. That was interesting to see. But what I just can't fucking get behind, and I know, oh, the hero isn't supposed to kill the bad guy at the end. And I fucking know, oh, if she kills their god or whatever, who's to say that their entire empire underground won't fall? Who's to say, right? And so, by Shuri killing their god, this whatever the fuck his name was, by her killing him, she would have left them vulnerable to, you know, the surface world who may have wanted to strip them of their vibranium or whatever. In my opinion, he made that fucking choice when he decided to bum rush Wakanda and kill the motherfucking queen. And he looks Shuri dead in her face and he says, "You're the queen now. What's up? Now what?" And so it just fucking makes me so upset. It makes me so fucking mad when the hero has to be like, I'm going to put a fresh foot forward. I'm not like you. You know what I mean? Vengeance won't consume my heart. You are free to leave. And of course, since this is a movie, obviously, okay, yeah, this is what ends up, quote, resolving the issues. I don't feel good. I don't feel good leaving the theater. I don't feel like we've won, right? Like I said, we're experiencing this movie as Wakandans, right? These are the characters we know and love. So we're obviously viewing the movie through their eyes. Let me bastardize this. Let me make this as simple as fucking possible. There's this strange fish group of people. They attack some people, right? The whole world thinks it was your country that attacked these people. You didn't do it, right? The fish people come to your country, demand that you help them do X, Y, or Z, or else they're gonna flatten you out. They fucking attack you, saying they're gonna kill somebody, which, you know, that's fucked up, but, you know, I guess none of this would have happened if you didn't stand in their way of killing an innocent fucking person who, yes, created this big, useful technology to the government that would, you know, in turn be detrimental. Like, I'm trying to explain the fact that I do understand where they're coming from. But my thing is, I don't feel fulfilled. I don't feel like any real reconciliation was done, right? And I can just see in the future of Marvel, right, like Wakanda being in trouble, and they call on the fish people. I forgot their name, guys. That's why I'm calling them that. They call on them, hey, we need fucking backup. Remember when I didn't kill you? And they come and save the day and whatever. But it won't feel good to me still. It will not feel good to me. Now, I don't know if this is the Libra in me. I don't know if this is like my strong sense of justice or whatever the fuck. But this is not, I don't feel like we've won. I don't feel like we've won. I left the theater feeling like I lost everything. I literally left the theater feeling like I gained nothing. Now, the big guy, right, in the other nation, I forgot his name. I mean, you guys know I'm terrible with names. He's like, hey, Shuri, don't do this. We're going to be fighting wars forever. They have so many people, right? Don't pick a fight with them. Don't start a war with them. And she's like, well, the fucking queen is dead. He killed the queen. Are we supposed to just fucking sit here and do nothing? And he doesn't really have an answer for that, right? And so they start this war. And she has this noble moment because I guess remembering Michael B. Jordan's words, she was like, oh, fuck, I guess I don't want to end up like him where hate consumed him. I'd rather be a T'Challa. And then her mom comes in like Mufasa, show him who you are. What? The fuck? What? And so what I'm really getting at is there's this double standard. Right? Oh, don't kill their god. Their king, pretty much. Don't kill their king or we're going to be in war forever. Yet he can come to Wakanda and kill the queen. And I guess it's just one of those things where it's like, well, life isn't fair. Sometimes, even maybe it's my pride. Maybe it's that. Because I fucking very much ascribe to the philosophy an eye for a motherfucking eye. And maybe that's why I'm leaving feeling so like I lost everything. I feel like my pride is hurt. Because we're watching this movie through the eyes of Shuri, through her perspective. She lost T'Challa. Oh fuck, there's no king. She opens up to this fish guy. Yeah, my brother died and it was horrible and so on and so forth. And he's like, yeah, I fucking get that. That sucks. Here's a bracelet, token of my gratitude, whatever. T'Challa's ex-girlfriend goes underwater. She saves Shuri and the fucking scientist kid, Sid the science kid. She fucking goes under there and saves them, killing one person in the process. And apparently that's enough to wage war on Wakanda. Apparently that's all it takes. And so now this guy brings his army to Wakanda, kills the queen, mocks Shuri, leaves, and at the end, without reconciliation, it's just an alliance and that's it. And I understand that's how the real world works. But that doesn't feel good for me as a viewer on the side of Wakanda. I don't feel good after watching that. And it's like, what's with this dose of realism? I don't fucking understand. We're already rooted in realism with the fact that T'Challa is dead, but Chadwick Boseman is also dead. And that T'Challa is dead because Chadwick Boseman is dead. So that already roots us in reality, right? And so here's this story where there is no reconciliation. There is no making anything better for either side. There is no happy ending, right? And I'm not saying that like, oh, Disney ending, right? I'm saying there is no part where I feel relieved. The only thing that's resolved at the end is Shuri, I guess, processes T'Challa's death. That's the only thing that we kind of get closure for. That's what I was thinking of. I don't feel like I got closure after watching that. I don't feel good, and I don't feel like I got closure. Why do I want to watch a movie where the character whose eyes I'm looking through goes through this loss? Her brother, her dear brother, goes through another loss a year after. Her fucking mom. Not just her mom, the queen of Wakanda. She goes through these two losses, and she's forced to make an alliance or die, right? So she's forced to make an alliance with these fish people. And hey, I know in the real world, it's not always pretty. It's not always we can reconcile and whatever. It's not always the best of terms for an alliance, right? It's not always two friends deciding or having this heart-to-heart or coming together moment, right? It's not always like that. But why do I want realism when I'm already rooted in fucking reality with the T'Challa situation? I want a story where the good guys win. And I know this is trying to say, like, even though the methods of this fish god were pretty fucking abhorrent, he is a person, he felt wronged, and so he took his revenge, and Shuri felt wronged, and so she took her revenge, and she's the noble superhero, so she's deciding to be the bigger person, to be the better person. And I fucking call bullshit on that because I don't feel fulfilled watching a movie like that. I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I don't feel any closure, and I feel like the good guys lost in this situation. And hey, I know that's just how it is sometimes. You're not going to be the best friends. I know. And I know they would be... Okay, let me tell you what I kind of thought was going to happen. But I know this has probably worse real world implications than what I'm sure this movie is saying, right? What I thought was going to happen was Wakanda starts off the movie, right, fighting kind of with the people in the surface world. No, like, we're not, sharing vibranium with y'all. Like, we know you guys are trying to fucking steal it from us and stuff. We're not, fuck you. No. So they start off the movie fighting against the surface world. Then there's this big bad underwater group, and they pick a fight with Wakanda. I thought this movie was going to end with Wakanda sharing the vibranium with the rest of the world, and them all coming together to stop this underwater nation, right? And the real world implications to that is, especially since they made like Native American, kind of like Mayan, like allegory with these people. Probably not even allegory. I think they directly said that. Like, you guys are the original, like, Mesopotamian Mayan people or something like that. I think it wasn't even an allegory at that point. It was just straight up, this is a reference to this, right? And so if the entire world wiped out this underwater group of people, I think the symbolism there would be very fucking distasteful, right? But I kind of thought that's where the movie was going. Now, that would have made me feel kind of grossed out in that kind of way, but at the same time, I'm viewing the movie through the eyes of the Wakandans, of Shuri. So besides the, references to the Aboriginal people, right? Besides the references to the natives, I think I would have felt a little bit better leaving the theater if Wakanda had shared its vibranium with the rest of the world and the world came together to kind of beat back these fish people. The world came together to protect Wakanda and beat these fish people back. I think I would have felt a little bit better leaving the theater if something like that had happened. Now, you can keep everything the same. They kill the queen, so on and so forth. Everything the same. Just the movie ends with the rest of the world coming to help Wakanda and ultimately defeating these fish people and forcing them to concede, forcing them to give up, right? Now, at the end, Shuri does get the upper hand on the fish god, right? She does get the upper hand on him. But with the context of, hey, even if she kills him, the war isn't over. That just makes that fucking garbage to me. Do you know what I mean? So, like, kill him or not, she's fucked. Kill him or not, she can't really, these people aren't going anywhere, these fish people. Kill him or not, they're still more powerful than her. Kill him or not, the queen is still dead, and he still killed her, and he started a war with Wakanda. Kill him or not, like, all of these facts are still true. And we just have to leave the theater without reconciliation. No closure. He doesn't even get to beg for his life. He just yields. I didn't find that much payoff with that. And I was totally feeling the Shuri revenge, I'm out for blood, fuck you, don't say anything. I was in that with her. Totally. And I don't think it was comparable to Michael B. Jordan, what he fucking did. I don't think it was comparable at all. Sure, she wanted the power of the Black Panther, right? She wanted it. She wanted to be strong. She wanted the power, but it wasn't for her own, like she said, it wasn't for her own personal gain. And it wasn't just for revenge either. You killed the queen, you're declaring war on Wakanda. And the first thing this fish person did was he very rudely, very abruptly infiltrated Wakanda and demanded their help or threatened to wipe them off the map. And so he backs them into a corner, gives them a false option, either help me or die, right? They find a loophole, right? T'Challa's girlfriend saving them, that's the loophole. And so since they find this loophole, this fucking guy goes to Wakanda, kills a bunch of people, and then kills the fucking queen, ultimately declaring war on Wakanda. So the bad guys declare the war, right? The bad guys then attack the boat, right? There's so many of them, right? They're winning the war. At the end, Shuri gets the upper hand on their leader, right? Which is cool, nice. I like that. But the fact still remains that even if she kills him, nothing changes. I just didn't like it. I didn't feel fulfilled. If he had came and killed the main warrior lady, or killed the big guy from the other Wakandan nation, right? That would have held the same emotional weight, for the viewer, because we've grown and loved these characters. But as far as the country of Wakanda goes, it wouldn't so much be like, okay, this is an extreme war, right? Because at least the queen would be alive, right? This motherfucker infiltrates Wakanda and kills the queen, though. That is unforgivable. That is war to the death. You come over here and you assassinated our queen. That is war to the death. That has to be eye for an eye, in my opinion. And so it's so unfulfilling for me to see, oh, I'm going to put a better leg forward. I'm going to spare your life. That's not fulfilling to me. And that doesn't feel like closure because there's no reconciliation. There's no, I blundered. In my attempt, right, Shuri's the one who has this whole montage of the fish guy's life and all this stuff, and she's the one feeling pity and mercy, right? I needed that from him. He's the one who killed the queen. He's the antagonist. And so we don't know what's going on through this fucking guy's mind. And that's why it's so unfulfilling. She's like, oh shit, yeah, like, he's just someone who was done wrong, and his people were enslaved, and this happened, and then that happened, and then this, that, and all these people look up to him. I can't kill him. I won't kill him. No, that was the moment for him, in my opinion, to be like, oh shit, here I was, fighting against oppression, fighting against the possibility that my home would be destroyed, and I went to someone else, to another minority, destroyed their home, killed their loved ones, and fucking did the same thing that happened to me. I am the oppressed becoming the oppressor. Oh shit. Kill me, Shuri. Just do it. I don't deserve to live. Kill me. I'm sorry. All of the harm I've caused. I am so sorry. I lost sight of what was really important. And what's important is us standing together against those who will want to pillage our countries and take our resources. And so I'll give my life for that cause. And then Shuri says, no, we can't unite our people unless, we work together, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Unless you're alive and we both gather our peoples together. Something like that would have been 10 times better. 10 times better. But no, Shuri's the one having this realization. Ugh. It's giving Disney villain. This guy is just a fucking antagonist. And there's no reconciliation. And so I'm leaving the theater like Shuri, feeling like I fucking lost everything. Maybe that was the big meta here. Maybe the meta was to make us feel like fucking Shuri. You lost everything. Deal with it. Get over it. Like, move on. You lost everything? Now move on from that. That's basically what the fucking movie was to me. That's how it ended. I don't feel fulfilled at all. I don't feel empowered at all. There was so many jokes, like, making fun of black women, and, like, it was just so fucking bad to me. Like, that's a whole nother fucking thing. I don't even want to get into that. The bald jokes and stuff. Oh my god. Very microaggressive. It just made me feel some type of way. Having the all-white theater I was in, laughing at the black joke. Like, oh, you bald-headed devil. Everybody's laughing. Like, I wish you would say that to a fucking bitch in person. She'd fucking beat the brakes off of you, you fucking dumbass. Oh my god. And so in the end, the antagonist doesn't have to give up anything. In conclusion, that's what I want to say. The antagonist gives up nothing, and the person who we're viewing the story through, the person who we're forced to take their perspective, Shuri, she loses everything. And the one thing she can get, revenge for her mom, I guess you could say. No, she lets it go. She doesn't get it, which is commendable. Yeah, it does show nobility of character or whatever, but I would feel so upset if I were the people who lost their lives on the ship. She dragged everybody into this war, got them all killed because she wanted to kill the fish god. And then she decides last minute, no, I actually don't want to kill him. Nope. And so I guess if you want to argue that I'm being unfair, what they did gain out of this was an alliance with them. But I don't trust that guy. I don't trust his morals. He got offended that one of his, like, servants died. So he went to Wakanda and he killed the queen. Come on, bro. And for the nitpicks, I just thought, like, Shuri becoming the new Black Panther, I thought that moment would be bigger. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just thought the moment would be a little bit bigger, but it wasn't. It didn't fall flat, but I just thought it would be bigger. So I guess I was just a hint disappointed. T'Challa's son at the end was kind of, it seemed like a little bit of an ass pull to me, but it wasn't so drastic to pull me out of anything. It was fine. But yeah, I just really can't get over the fact that the message is trying to be, hey, you know, minorities, stop fighting, come together. You're stronger together. And when the big bad, I guess, colonizers come to attack, you'll have each other and you'll be stronger for it. I guess that was the message. But the damage that the fish god caused, in my opinion, was just too great to be fulfilling for me. To see them working together at the end, I needed to see him completely lose his fucking ego. That's what I needed to see. Not this bullshit where I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna be like Michael B. Jordan. I'm gonna be like T'Challa. So I'll spare your life even though you declared war on Wakanda. You killed my mom. You destroyed the Capitol. I'm gonna spare your life. Absolutely no. I cannot fucking dig this fucking movie. Black Panther, the first one, was so good. So many, like, meta commentaries about so much. Like, so much allegory to just so much. So deep, so layered. And I'm sure that stuff is in this too. But I just don't feel good leaving the theater. I feel like I lost everything. And I was expecting to feel a little, you know, punch in the gut, a little heart-wrenched over Chadwick Boseman, right? That was expected. But why not pull me out of reality for an hour? Why not say people can get along? Why not give me more than some realistic ending where, I mean, can you even say it's realistic? Like, it was 3 hours, but it still kind of feels unfinished. Like, I just didn't like it. I feel like there was just no payoff. We lost everything. You know, if the fucking fish people were the protagonists, if the fish people were who we're viewing the story through, right? I'd feel like, oh, okay, like, cool. Like, you know, if this is some sort of villain origin type of movie, I'd be like, yay, like, my favorite villain didn't die or whatever. But I would still be like, it's not like he learned anything at the end. You know what I mean? It's not like he had that breakdown moment where he fucking realized that, like, hey, we should have been working together this whole time. Hey, my approach was fucking terrible. Hey, I shouldn't have attacked Wakanda. I'm a piece of garbage. I'd be better off dead. And then Shuri decides, okay, yeah, I really would like you dead, right? And you should die for what you've done, but I'm not going to kill you. Because together, our people could work together against the big bad, which is colonialism, colonizers, whatever you want the big bad to be, right? And I think that's what they were trying to go for, but they dropped the fucking ball because the fish god doesn't have a fucking moral compass. And if he does, we don't see it. We don't see it. He is vengeance. He embodies that. And he's an offensive type of guy. You can see that in the aggressive way he approached the Wakandans in the beginning. You can see that in just how he does everything. He's offensive. And so to try and make him a foil of Shuri or some shit, it doesn't work because she's not offensive. She's defensive. Wakanda was attacked. It's not revenge, it's retaliation. This is what happens when you kill a queen of a nation and declare war. War happens. And so I don't understand how they're like, oh yeah, Shuri's becoming Michael B. Jordan. No, that's not the way to go. It's like, come on. This is two totally different fucking things. He fucking tried to end the monarchy. He killed the queen. And yes, it's so noble. She spared his life at the end. But what do we get, the audience? What do we get? No matter what someone fucking does to you, it's always important to be the bigger person and not let them, well, I guess, change who you are. Because Shuri's mom comes back like fucking Mufasa and she's like, she's like, show him who you are, right? So I guess that's the message of the movie. Well, congrats, MCU. It wasn't fucking terrible like your other movies. Well, it wasn't terrible in that way, with the corny jokes, the bad effects, and what have you, right? It was terrible in a new fucking way I haven't felt in a long time. It was awful. And I don't even know how I'm gonna sleep tonight after seeing some shit like that, right? I just wish the story was stronger. Keep the beginning, keep the end. You know, I mean the end by Shuri, you know, reaching this acceptance of Chadwick and T'Challa's death, her reaching this composure and calmness over that, this acceptance over that. Keep that, keep the beginning, you know, the funerals and stuff, that was fine, that was good. And hey, you could even still kill the queen in some way, right? Because the plot needed Shuri to be isolated. You could still kill the queen in some way. Like, have it be a noble sacrifice or something, right? Have it be anything. But this guy who we're supposed to like at the end, killing her. And I know, oh, you're not supposed to like him. It's realistic. You're not going to like everyone you have to work with. Woo, woo, woo. I know. I'm just saying to make people feel better leaving the fucking theater. Make us like this guy. Like anything, like, say the guy was trying to kill the scientist kid, right? Say he was trying to kill her and the queen jumps in, like pushes her away from some blast or some shit and gets killed accidentally, and have the fish god be shocked about that. Oh shit, I was aiming for her. And then have him make it Shuri's fault. If you had just let me kill her, then the queen wouldn't be dead. I wasn't trying to kill the queen, but if you had just gave me the girl, the queen would be alive. You know, there's another avenue for emotions we could, you know, explore. Shuri blaming herself for her mom's death and all of this stuff, right? We could have taken this so many more places than to just make the fish god chaotic evil. Especially when it comes to someone whose help he's asking for. And he's still chaotic evil. Oh yes, we're noble and we're people of our word. So not only will we protect your existence, not only is, you know, you killing the queen forgiven, but yeah, we're an alliance now. Yeah, we're an alliance. I don't feel good watching that. I don't feel good watching that.